Welcome to Disrupt, Dominate, Delegate, the podcast for women who are done playing small and ready to take up all the damn space. I'm Brooke Norland, and I'm here to help you break the rules, own your expertise, and stop wasting time on the shit that doesn't serve you. We don't do business that fits into someone else's mold. We burn blueprints, and we build our empire on our terms. So if you're ready to disrupt the status quo, dominate your industry, and finally delegate the tasks that are holding you back, you're in the right place. Let's get to work. Today, I want to talk about stopping doing the shit that you hate doing in your business. Why we do it, why we hold on to it, why we shouldn't anymore. And let's just dissect it all, okay? Because if you're spending more time on admin and things that really don't bring you any sort of joy in your business, then you don't actually have a business, you have a demanding job. And let's be honest, we started doing this for a reason, right? We started our business for a reason. And odds are, I'm going to just, get into that head of yours today. Odds are good that reason was some sort of freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, freedom to make your day look the way you want your day to look, make your life look the way you want your life to look. And it wasn't to run around doing a bunch of things you don't want to do. Odds are you were already doing that at some point in your life. You were running around doing something you didn't want to do. So you decided to do something for yourself and build this business. So why does it feel sometimes like we're doing all this stuff that we don't want to do when we're doing something we actually do, right? Let's talk about it. First, I'll tell you a story because I always like to tell you a story. And this is my own personal account and how this all played out in my life. I was a working corporate America person. I had a great job. And actually, this is how it all played out. I went to college for a while and I hated it. I went home and started farming with my family because that's what they did. And I needed some time to figure out what I wanted to do. And that wasn't it. As lovely as it was, that wasn't it. So I started to work down at a larger city near us. And I got a job at a copy and print center for a while. I really loved that job, but it wasn't going to pay the bills forever. It was pretty, it was just minimal pay and minimal hours. Then I started working at an insurance place, like a big insurance company, a name anyone would notice or recognize, one of those really big ones. And I processed death claims, actually. And I really actually liked that too. But I wanted to climb higher. And I was quickly realizing there that I wasn't going to be able to do that. It was quite the road. And it felt like it was a road that if you didn't know the right people, you weren't going to get on. And so I decided to start looking elsewhere. And I found a local insurance company, small, a locally owned agency, and I got in as a receptionist. And I did that for a while. Then I got licensed and I started selling insurance and I worked my way up to management. And that's where I was. And once I got there, because I climbed as high as I could there, I looked at everything that I was doing and I was like, well, why doesn't this feel great? I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't graduate college, so I didn't know everything I was supposed to do, but I got a good job. I climbed the ladder. I got to the point that, felt like I was making good money. It was the job I was supposed to want to have. What was wrong? Because it was a good job. I worked with good people. I had a great boss, but I was miserable. I was so miserable. I remember when the pandemic hit and I started working from home. We did remote work for as many people as we could. And I was at home and had to structure my day a little differently because so was my family. And that meant that, I couldn't work consistently 8 hours like I did when I was at the office. I had to structure my day to get my 8 hours of work in differently. And I remember being so happy doing that. I remember waking up in the morning and knowing that I could get up and make breakfast and enjoy it and talk to my family and do all those things. And then I could put in a couple hours of work while my husband took care of some things around the house. And then we got to stop for lunch. And in the afternoon, I was the person who took care of the family. And I ran around and did some things, some fun things with my family. And then in the evenings, I would get more of my work done. And I loved that structure so much. It wasn't fun being isolated from the world during the pandemic. I don't think anybody enjoyed that to like fully. I mean, I am an introvert to some extent. It was great, but you know what I mean? It wasn't isolation's never fun. But I realized in that moment how important it was to me to be able to structure my life that way. And that once I had a taste of that, I knew that there was no way that I could continue for the next 40 years of my life doing this way, doing it the way that corporate America wanted us to do it, which was 9 hours sitting at a desk, 9 hours away from my family, 9 hours every single day of the week. That felt like it just it didn't feel necessary in my life anymore, other than I needed to collect a paycheck, right? So I started on this journey to start my own business, and I left and started working for another company, but from home, where I was able to work for them and also start building my own business on the side while providing income for my family. And I'm so grateful that I took that leap. But there are some things that I learned while being in corporate America that didn't translate over into my business here, and I didn't want to bring with me. And one of those things was that doing more makes us more valuable. That sitting down and putting in time, lots more time, is more valuable. I didn't want to take that lesson with me, because when we're in corporate America, we know that the last person to leave the office at the end of the day is always praised for some reason. They're always praised. Oh, look at them putting in that extra time. Oh, what a, team player. The person that gets there before 8 o'clock in the morning, same thing. And if you're the person that does both, oh, holy hell, you're like the star child, right? I did not want to take that with me. And so I didn't. The other thing I didn't want to take with me was burnout. And that happened so quickly at that job. And it wasn't necessarily because it was a hard job. It was because it was mundane. It was because it was demanding in time, and it was demanding of my schedule. And I didn't like that anymore. And I wasn't going to bring that burnout with me anymore. So I knew when I started this job, I had to change that too. But man, was that hard to let go of. I knew those things to be true. I knew those things were things I didn't want to take with me, but it was very hard to let go of, because we are programmed in a way to hold on to busy work and low value tasks, because we're taught that we need to handle it all, and that success comes from working really hard and being really busy. But like I said in the beginning, if you are spending more time on things that don't bring you joy and admin tasks and $5 tasks in your business, you don't actually have a business. You have a pain in the ass. You have a pain in the butt. And that's not what we want for you either. So today I want to talk to you about delegating and what that looks like and when you should be doing it. All right. So we need to first realize that in our business, we have $5 tasks and we have $500 tasks, right? And we need to find out where our time is going. How many $5 tasks are you doing every single day? Is it keeping you from doing the $500 tasks? So for instance, are you scheduling all of your social media posts? Are you putting all of your emails and typing them all in and scheduling them all yourself? Are you building the back-end systems and the technology? Are you setting up the platforms for your courses and for your freebies and for all those little admin tasks? They need to be done. They need to be done because you need them for your business to function. But they are tasks that aren't actually creating you income, because the money comes from when you show your face online. The money comes from when you're talking to clients one-on-one. The money comes from your creativity and building new courses and new ideas and new freebies and new things that you can help people with. That's where the money comes from. But if you are constantly doing all those little tasks behind the scenes and you're not able to fully give yourself to those bigger tasks, and you're not able to actually get anywhere in your business. So you need to start analyzing your time and tracking it and deciding and learning where your time is going. That's the first step to understand if you need to delegate or not. I have created a really easy way for you to track your time, to understand what kind of time leaks you have during your day, and it's in the show notes. It's free. It gets sent to your email, and there's a quick video to kind of help you, to guide you through all the steps and how you can track that. So please go take advantage of that. But that's the first step. You need to understand where that time is going, and you need to understand if there's still time left over for you to do the other stuff. You also need to understand, even if there is time for all of it, are you at capacity? Are you burnt out? Are you unable to give time, energy, and effort to anything else in your life because you're doing these things? So just because your business looks good on paper, like you're able to get it all done, is it robbing you of the freedom that you came here to get? Is it robbing you of the time that you want with your family? Is it robbing you of the time you want for yourself? Is it robbing you of the things that you are here working for? Because even early on in your business, those things are important. Those things are worth investment in your business. So once you understand where your time is going and what your capacity is, then you can actually start to look at what you're doing and understanding what kind of things you could start delegating out. That list that you're going to make with the freebie down below, it's going to help you understand what tasks you're doing every single day that are taking a lot of your time, that don't require you to be there. I can guarantee you have at least one thing you're doing every day that is sucking a ton of your time that does not require your actual touch. I can guarantee there's at least one. And after you understand all of that, then you can start to decide, do I need to delegate some of this out? Can I automate some of it? Because there are all kinds of tools and things out there that can help you to automate your business and make things so much easier. Or do you need someone to step in and help? It's possible you could need a virtual assistant that just handles some of those tasks for you. It's possible you could need someone like me, an OBM, to step in and look at everything you're doing and organizing it and making it run like a top. Maybe you just need to get some technology to automate a few things in your business. Maybe ManyChat would change your life. Maybe getting something like Kajabi could change your life. The last part I want to talk to you about is investment in this kind of help in your business, because this can look so many different ways. One, you could actually hire someone, a virtual assistant, to take on those tasks that you've got listed out for you now after you've done this time task analysis, and have them take over the recurring things that you don't need to be present for, right? Another way would be, if you just can't figure out how this nail needs to flow, is to hire someone like me, an OBM, where I come in and take a look at the operations of your business, and we go through everything and we make a plan and a schedule. And I can also help you with a lot of the things that a virtual assistant can help you with too. I take on both parts of those roles. Or you could look at automating some things. Maybe there's some technology out there that could really help you in your business that could change everything for you. What level of investment is worth it to you? Where do you need to go in your business? What do you need to do in your business that's going to get you there? I literally had someone hire me the other day, and I always send an email after we have our first onboarding call, or our first call, to just get to know each other, with my price. And I just let them know that I'm going to let them sit with this because this is their business and only they can make the best decisions for it. And just, decide if this investment is good for them or not. Or is it something your business can afford or not? And she said, Brooke, how could I not afford this? How could I not afford to have someone come in here and organize my whole entire business, help me launch my course, help me do this, that, or the other thing? And I was like, well, I mean, that's how I feel about it, but I am the person you're hiring. So I have to make sure you feel good about it too. But you'll know when it's time, and you'll know if the investment is worth it when you start sitting in all of the tasks that you are doing and starting to understand how it could change your life to not be at your capacity all the time. If you are not at your capacity doing tasks in your business all the time, how different could your business look? If you're not sitting here doing all the admin tasks all the time, then you've got time to create. You've got time to connect with clients. You've got time to do all of these really amazing, incredible things in your business, and it can grow. Is that worth the investment? Is that worth the investment? And then you got to find the right person to work with, or the right automation for your business, and go for it. Just go for it. It's going to be amazing. All right. So some challenges that I have for you this week. First and foremost, track your time for 1 week and see where your time waste is. And I've got the freebie down below that can help you with that. I want you to look at one thing that you can automate immediately. Like you can automate this now. Maybe that's many chats. You can automate your DMs. Maybe this is I'm going to convert over to Kajabi. So anybody who buys anything from me is automated into my email system. Maybe it's something else really amazing. And there's all kinds of things that you could automate in your business, but you're going to automate one thing. You're going to find that thing after you look at that time analysis that you're going to do, and you're going to automate one thing. And the last thing is I want you to test out outsourcing. I want you to start looking at virtual assistants or OBMs and just imagine what it's going to look like when you get rid of that workload and you shift that workload to someone else. You can have a lot of virtual assistants or OBMs are going to be able to give you a free call to get to know them a little bit, to talk about what your needs are and see if you're going to be a good fit. If they don't offer that, I'm sorry, just pass them up because it's very important. You need to connect with someone before you can actually work with them and know if it's going to be a good investment for your business. But once you do that, even those calls that should be offered for free, once you have that call and you talk to them, you're going to get a better idea on whether or not this is something that's going to be a good investment for you. All right. So three things. Track your time for a week. See where your time waste is. Automate one thing right now. Automate one thing. And I want you to test and look into some outsourcing possibilities for your business and just see how that feels. All right. Your business isn't about proving how much you can handle. It's about building something bigger than you. And that means, my friend, letting go of the shit that is holding you back. All right, let's get to work.